Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot oracle, your daily insight on life and love for June 13th. Almost at the middle of the month. June 13th, 2022. Also being timeless, so wherever you're catching a time, it might be relevant. Or not so much. I don't know. That's completely up to you. It's general collective. Don't force this to fit your life. You can always let these fall away, or if you have questions about booking a private reading, go to the description and there should be a provided email address. You can also find me on the social platforms at Raising Savak. So I'm going to kick this off with Rider Waite. I have a few cards in front of me. Oh, I wanted to make note also, I do have I also do things like coaching and hypnosis. Ask about the services I provide, see what might be right for you. This is what we're looking at right here. All right, what I'm seeing with this is brighter days up ahead. We can say that clearly just because the sun card, another day will come. The day will be brighter, all will be well. That's fun and dandy. It's just there are some little ebb and flow things that tend to get in the way. It looks like we have a lot of new information coming to clarity for you, with you, to you, or by you. This is going to allow for you to detach from whatever this codependent behavior was in your life, whatever you haven't been open to, whether it's moving on, which probably is the way to go on this one since we have the 8 of Pentacles. But we have the High Priestess, which is you working on yourself, remembering who the F you are, seeing how you, I guess, are. It's a matter of being deserving of so much more better. I think it's like, I'm totally aging myself with this. Okay, so in the early 2000s, maybe in the early 90s, or not early, in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a movie called How Stella Got Her Groove Back. That's kind of what this feels like. You're kind of getting your groove back. You're kind of growing more as a person, and I see that this is a lot of feminine energy for you. There is a huge feeling of being ungrounded, unstable, but you're really working hard on yourself, and I see that there's been a lot of stress in your life despite you working on yourself. So this is where you want to be more naturally feminine, nurturing energy with yourself. It's more along the lines of you learning how to be King of Swords for yourself. Okay. So what I see for you is you pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and moving on and having this whole new start in life. And it's like brighter days ahead, like I said at the beginning of this. It feels generally good. I don't feel like you are losing your heart. I feel more like you are learning how to, it's not a matter of protecting your heart, but being, not even realistic. It's not a point of being realistic. Trust me, we're being realistic. More disciplined with your heart. Now, can I please reiterate that this reading is not going to be for everybody, and you can always just let this fall away. For you, this might just be entertainment. Now, sorry I did not record for the Friday read. It's been a lot going on. But I want to pull that back in. Look at what's going on with you. Lots of stress in this, a lot of fast movement, and I think that this is why you need to just allow yourself to move on, move forward onto the next step. There's absolutely this slow starting beginning for you. The Ace of Pentacles is all about the physicalness of it, the material show. It's going to be slow. It's going to be something that you have to uncover about yourself. And this is going to bring you out of the fog with yourself. I do feel like there is an essence of being completely cloudy in this. So let's see. I want to go with Archangel. No, it's not Archangel. It's Angel Therapy. A bunch of cards just flew out. All right, let's see what's up. Earth Angel, Solar Plexus Chakra, Past Life Issues, Crown Chakra, Clear Yourself, God Box, Throat Chakra, Law of Attraction, listen to your intuitive feelings, and vacuum away fear. So chances are there's been a lot of toxicity in your personal relationships, whether it's you or them, or maybe a degree of from both. You're a light worker who has come to teach Earth about love. What I see here is kind of an overstep in whatever the energy fields are for you and others. Now, what the heck does that mean? It means that I feel like you have been somehow exposed emotionally and energetically. So what I'm seeing in here is there has been a lot that hasn't necessarily been working in your favor as far as creating some sort of favorable conditions in your life, and it seems like there's a lot of agitation around it. So what is going on with this? What are the messages that you are seeing for yourself to move on? You need to clear your energy fields, and it looks like there's a lot of fear that is coming in that you kind of need to have a conversation with Source, Spirit, or God, whatever you happen to believe in. Or you can obviously work with a coach. Hey, how's it going? So the throat chakra is healing. It's also speaking up for yourself, to yourself, about yourself. What are you drawing in? Listen to your intuitive feelings and vacuuming away fear. I feel like this is vacuuming away fear for you to take the next step in moving on in your life. And I do feel like this is going to be, again, grounds for baby steps for you. And I feel like this is going to be something that has a materialistic show. It's not like a physical thing that comes into your world. And what do I even mean by that? The material is seeing the hard work pay off. Now this can show up through possessions, not like demonic possessions or anything like that. It's more along the lines of changing the scenery of your environment. Are you looking to acquire more in your life? The physical action isn't you in necessarily traveling or running from yourself. It's a matter of being where you are in your environment now and start to build up yourself. So that's the big energy that I'm getting here. What is it that you need to clear out about yourself? And I kind of want to look at this with the Archangel Raphael healing cards. Laughter is the best medicine. Have faith and home help. So what I'm getting out of this is, first off, receiving help. And laughter isn't you being laughed at, isn't you laughing at the situation. Nobody's laughing. It's learning how to pick yourself up, using your resources to get help, and also having people come into your environment to help you. So this may be you actually getting counsel. This could be you in reaching out to family and friends. This could also be you in using whatever resources to make sure that you are in an okay space mentally and emotionally. So laughter is the best medicine is you, and taking it up on yourself to make the changes in your current environment and not losing faith that this is not all that there is for you, that there is more, but you have to start where you are and where you are now to move on and have people come in to help you. But I actually feel like for some of you, this might be bringing people into the physical environment. So I feel like there is a potential that you have been really laying low in your actual physical environment for a little while. This can be talking of depression or anxiety, whatever the mental health challenge might be. But I also see that you making the effort to have this, and that you will get through this for yourself, and that there are people who are, I want to say, in your network to help you. Yeah, use your resources. So where do I want to go with this? All right. I'm a big mental health advocate, and I really am seeing a lot of this. So it looks like a lot of your challenges are in the current environment, that are going to be fixed in the current environment, but are not only brought up through your own personal history, but maybe even past life issues. So these are all things to look at, because you're a soul energy, you're a DNA, you are like 2 or 3 things in one, creating this one amazing experience that is you. So what I see is somebody new coming into your life who's going to be able to help you to forgive whatever the upset has been, that is going to even be able to get you to forgive yourself. And I know that that sounds trite, but it's more like, you know, you being the incredibly flawed human being that you are. And how do I know that? Well, because you're human. If you were perfect, you wouldn't need to be here. But there's an opportunity to forgive those around you, those who have come before you, and anything that might be occurring within you. This doesn't mean that you are best buddies, you're going to get a tandem bike and go for a ride. No. This is more along the lines of acknowledging where the fault has been, or even if you don't, acknowledging that there has been fault, and that this is going to be a chance that somebody helps guide you out of that pain, that misery, whatnot, and brings you into the Sun card. So, been working on reading these, the 12 universal laws, and I think last time we were talking about, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it was the law of cause and effect. So I think that we're on the law of compensation, which is page 39. Okay, no, we already read this one. Go ahead, grab your drink, grab your coffee, we're doing this. The law of attraction. I don't know if you have been, I don't know, living under a rock for the last few decades, but there's this thing that is coming into play, which is the law of attraction. Whatever you put your focus on, you bring about. And whatever the underlying energy is about where you are intentionally putting your thoughts, that's going to come out. So it's learning to be the bouncer of your mind. Now, it's also a matter of your perception. What have you been through? What have you gone through that has brought you to this mindset? And this is something where, unless you look at your wounds, you won't really understand why this situation keeps being attracted into your life. But also, you probably won't even recognize that it's a wound until you're put into a different environment that challenges that old way of living for you. That in itself is a pain in the butt. So what has been at odds with your current environment? What has been going on with you? This answer does lie within you and not external circumstances. This is a mental and emotional thing, but also what has been challenging it. And when put into a different environment or a different mindset, what did you discover about those wounds? Where did they come from? And how has this painted the way that you view the world? I mean, do you look at the world through rose-colored glasses, which is absolutely beautiful? Or does everything have an element of fear, pain, agony, distrust? Fill in the blank. I really want to read this with you, but after that, we're going to talk about how to change this. And also, if you have questions about, any of this, again, message me and we'll start working out the details. So others call it The Secret. Have you heard of that recently? No? By Rhonda Burns? No? Not a little? Ho'oponoponos? No? Okay. So there is no secret, and there never was. The law of attraction is a popular one, and that one gets a lot of discussion. This law demonstrates how we create and manifest the things, events, and people and experiences in our life. Like attracts like. Thought is energy. So let's break even that down. You're getting kind of a left curve in life. You haven't been putting out that energy. You've been putting out complete opposite energy. Like to the point of you're not looking at the elephant in the room. You are forcing yourself to behave one way. Life is going to show you what the opposition is so that you can finally look at the elephant in the room and find some sort of a balance. Everything is about coming to a sense of being neutral for the art of allowance and being able to use discernment in what it is that you want to experience. So you are all love and light. Everything is beautiful, great, grand, and wonderful. And then something comes out of left field, like an illness, a death, an accident, a lost job, or some sort of toxic person just happens to come in your life. You haven't actively been putting out that energy. You've been forcing yourself to behave in another way. Yet all of this happens to show up. It's because this is laying underneath the foundation. It is the core of what has been going on. It could have been a fear. It could have been something that you had blocked out. Nonetheless, it is showing you exactly what it is that you have been forcing yourself up against, knowing that this was the opposite. So life is going to continue to show you what your opposition is, and it's up for you to look inward and see why you've been avoiding this aspect of self, even at its imbalance, to maintain a sense of, I don't know, some sense of all is well when it wasn't well. It's a point of avoidance. Does that make sense? So let's continue this. This is how we experience physical and mental manifestations. The thought, energy, feeling, energy, words, energy, and actions, energy, all work together to manifest in our lives. They lead us in the direction we choose in life. Everything in the world is energy. You are energy. Your computer is energy. Your phone is energy. The trees are energy, etc. At the core of everything is energy. As we are made of molecules, we are all the same energy. As Carl Sagan said, we are all stardust. And when you think about it in this way, you can see how the law of attraction is something that is, the law of attraction is something that is not something that you need to believe. So it's not what you need to believe, it simply is. You are created of everything that has always been, always will be, and always was, has been, will be. Does that make sense? So if you think about it in this way, everything that ever was ever around you, just constructed in different ways. It is part of this ascension and the general breakdown, So if you think about it this way, what needs to be broken down inside of you to allow something else to grow? Anything that ever was and that was ever created is around you. And when you plug into that energy and when you put the focus on that energy from a grounded foundation, it has no other choice but to come towards you like the very magnet that you are. So, all right, think of each one of the above as thought, feeling, words, and action in individual frequencies. It is the combination of these frequencies that assist us in manifesting. This is why just having positive thoughts will not manifest what you want. It all requires frequencies combined to have the correct recipe for what it is that you want to manifest. So once you understand this law in its entirety, you understand that you have control over your own reality. We can begin to direct our lives in a way that you want consciously. The law of attraction comes from all thought, emotion, and action. Whether it's conscious or unconscious, this may be the only secret about the law to most people. Many times people feel that they have a conscious thought and feeling that is positive, yet have a negative experience and wonder why. This is because, wait, hold on. This situation is because the law is also working with the unconscious thought and feelings. I'm telling you, bro, watch. All right, so the best way to truly manifest the life that you want is to work on the unconscious thoughts and feelings and transmute those into what you want to fit for your highest good. So the law of attraction is saying, you get what you ask for. You get what you think about. Your thoughts determine your experience, which is, your perception. If you constantly are thinking about negative crap, everything's going to suck. Everything that even is good is going to have a tainted view of suckage with it. Your thoughts and emotions and feelings give your life direction because, believe it or not, it's either going to build up, it's going to stay consistent, or it's going to start breaking down. And it starts with the littlest thought, the littlest feeling. For God's sakes, an entire day could be ruined by stubbing your flippin' toe. I don't know about you, but when I do that, and especially when it's cold, I suddenly become Joe Pesci. I am dropping them like they're commas. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to leave this. No, I'm not. Just because it's long doesn't mean that I'm going to leave it. Okay, so your thoughts and energy attract like energy to them. Our feelings are what fuels the thoughts and direct experiences. If you want to have conscious participation in your manifestation, you must learn to live the 4 steps. Know what you truly desire and ask the universe, God, Goddess, angels, higher self, ask for it. Keep the focus on what you truly desire throughout your day. See where your mind drifts and wanders to when it's doing this. Keep your focus on what you truly desire throughout your day. Use your feelings as the catalyst to manifest your desires by acting as if your desire is already there. Feel your desire is already here, such as the emotion of love, celebrating the success, gratitude, etc. Be open and know that you are deserving of receiving it, and do not limit how it may manifest in your life. So with the law of attraction, it's important to work on any unconscious thoughts or feelings that you have about lack, being undeserving, and fears of failure, the lack of trust, faith, and such. These are unconscious thoughts stuck in the subconscious. Then these will be emanating through the polarity of your conscious thoughts and sabotage your manifestations of what you truly desire. This is what I'm talking about. This is the inner work that you're doing. You could be wanting to make all of the great changes in life, but I've heard this numerous times, even from my ex-husband, go figure. I get myself ready for disappointment so that if something good happens, then I could be pleasantly surprised. Yeah, how well is that working? Well, sometimes that's good. No, it's really not, because even when you have those successes, you really braced yourself for some crap. You were not even able to enjoy the process of wanting. It's like you don't even dare yourself to, you won't even let yourself dare to want. This is kind of what I want to stop with the collective, and that's also what I love to work with my clients. So, okay, with the law of attraction, it's important to work on any unconscious thoughts or feelings that you have about undeserving and fears of failure, such as lack of trust and lack of faith. If these are unconscious, okay, so wait, I already read that. The mirror is also working on attracting your subconscious thoughts and or polarity beliefs. If I say, I'm abundant 3 times every hour, and when my friends ask if I would like to go to a movie, I say with the emotion happening inside me, I can't, I'm really broke, then you have just put out into the world that I will attract a situation back to me, creating more scarcity in your finances. So you have to live it, you have to be it, you have to be about it. Okay, another way we sabotage what we attract is with fear. Chanting a mantra every day that we are in a relationship and happy, and doesn't help when inside we have a fear of falling in, and happy doesn't help when inside we have a lot of fear about falling in love again. I'm having a hard time reading for the moment. This disparity will repel a relationship from coming into our lives. So we attract more of being alone. Another method of sabotage is not feeling worthy or not conceiving that we really can have what we want to attract in our life. Because of this, it is important to understand and become aware of our fears and subconscious thoughts, so we're attracting it in healthy ways that we truly want. Your thoughts might begin to work against you. You can work with these thoughts through meditation or using a book or using, she even has this workbook, Awaken the Secret Within, The Joyful Keys to Living, which I'm totally gonna get. So with this daily exercise and using worksheets, I really suggest practicing the 3-6-9. So write down your affirmation 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, 9 times before you go to sleep. So it's a matter of 18 times during the day. Sounds like a lot, but make it happen. Okay. Also, like attracts like. So whatever you are experiencing, life is a mirror. If you struggle or have discomfort, then it's showing that your unconscious thoughts and feelings are that. They have manifested and they can be used as a tool to see what areas you want to work on in your life. The 4th step after feeling deserving and being open to receiving, then you want to be open and unlimited to how your experience may come to you. Many times it'll come in ways you couldn't have dreamt of. So what is it that you want to experience? What has been falling apart in your life no matter how positive you tried to be? Or do you brace yourself for trauma? Do you brace yourself for some sort of impact? Do you brace yourself for a loss? Why do you do this? Where are those subconscious thoughts coming from? So this is where this person in your life is going to actually start to help you through them. I don't think that it's a romantic person. Don't get it twisted on that one. This is not a romantic partner. This is going to be somebody who's almost coming into your life as an advocate for change. And this is all leading towards the Sun card. So what changes do you see that you have to make in your life? What has been at complete polarity with where your intentional thoughts have been? And what does that even tell you about what you need to work on in your life? This has been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love, which is now turning into the daily focus. By the way, there might be some slight changes coming in the channel on life and love for June 13th, 2022. Again, being timeless. If you have questions about today's reading and booking your own private session with any of the services I provide, go to the description, find my email address, or find me on the social platforms. Send me a DM. Definitely say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. And again, if this ring didn't make sense, cut it to the quick. Just let it go. You can kick it to the curb. Do not force this to fit your life. This reading is not for everybody. But if you found your way across this, let me know if there was a nugget of truth in here for you. I look forward to it. Okay, so I've been going through the book, and since we no longer have the minute time frame, or even the 3-minute time frame, I want to go through the universal laws with you again today. We're talking about one that really nobody's ever heard of, and it's called the law of attraction. I know, it's going right over my head too. Anyway, this is actually pretty interesting. What page is this on again? I looked at it and I didn't even look at it. Do you ever do that? Like you look at your watch and you just don't even pick up the time? Page 45, okay. So let's listen to this. So others call it the secret, but there's no secret and there never was. So the law of attraction is a popular one, and it's one that gets a lot of discussion. This law demonstrates how we create and manifest the things, events, people, and experiences in our life. Like attracts like. Thought is energy. This law is how we experience physical and mental manifestations. The thoughts, energy, feelings, energy, words, energy, and actions, energy. They actually put in, quotations. Wait, no, not quotations, parentheses. So they all work together to manifest in your life. So they lead us in the direction we choose in life. So everything in the world is energy. You are energy. Your computer's energy. Your phone's energy. The trees are energy, etc. So at the core of everything is energy, as we are made up of molecules. We are all the same energy. As Carl Sagan said, we are all stardust. And when you think about it this way, you can see how the law of attraction is something that is. It's just not something that you need to believe. It is. It's not something that you need to believe. So think of each one of the above thought, feeling, words, and action as individual frequencies. So this is the combination of it is the combination of these frequencies that assist us in manifesting. This is why just having positive thoughts isn't going to do squat. No, it's not going to manifest what you want. So it all requires all of the frequencies combined to have the correct recipe for what it is you want to manifest. Once we understand this law in its entirety, we understand that we can have control over our own reality. We can begin to direct our life in a way that we want consciously. The law of attraction comes from all thoughts, emotions, and actions, whether it's conscious or unconscious. This may have been the only secret about the law to most people. Many times, people feel that they are having a conscious thought and feeling that is positive, yet they're having a negative experience and wonder why. This is because the law also works with the unconscious thoughts and the feelings. So the best way to truly manifest this life you want is to work on the unconscious thoughts and feelings and transmute those to fit your higher good. What is underneath the foundation? What is the very ground that you are building your foundation out of? I'm going to get more comfortable. We're going to go through this. We're going to be about this. We're going to read this. So, what do we need to know? The law of attraction is saying you get what you asked for. You get what you think about. You get your thoughts determine your experience. Your emotions and feelings give your life direction. So our thoughts are energy and attracts like energy to them. Our feelings are what fuel the thoughts and the direction and direct the experiences. If you want to have a conscious participation in our manifesting, we must learn to live. We must learn and live these 4 steps. So there's 4. Know what you truly desire and ask the universe, God, Goddess, angels, higher self, etc. Ask for it. Keep your focus on what you truly desire throughout your day. Use your feelings as a catalyst to manifest your desires by acting as if your desires were already here. Feel your desires already here, such as the emotion of love, celebrating the success, gratitude, etc. Be open and know that you are deserving of receiving it, and do not limit how it manifests in your life. Do not be a control freak about it. Honestly, you lose the space for miracles. So with the law of attraction, it's important to work on any unconscious thoughts and feelings you have about lack, undeserving, and fears of failure, lack of trust or faith, and such. So if these are unconscious thoughts stuck in your subconscious, then these will be emanating the polarity of your conscious thoughts and sabotaging your manifestations of what you truly desire. The mirror also works on attracting your subconscious thoughts or polarity beliefs. If I say, I'm abundant 3 times every hour, and then when my friends ask if I'd like to go to the movies, I say, with emotion happening inside of me, I can't, I'm really broke. I have to just put that out into the world and I'll attract the situation back to you, creating more scarcity of the finances. So, another way that we sabotage what we attract is with fear. Chanting a mantra every day that we are in a relationship and happy doesn't help when inside we have a lot of fear about falling in love again. This disparity will repel a relationship from coming into our lives, so we can attract more of being alone. Another method of sabotage is not feeling worthy or not conceiving what we can really have, what we really want to attract in our life. Because of this, it is important to understand and become aware of our fears and subconscious thoughts we are attracting in healthy ways of what we truly want. Your thoughts might begin to work against you. You can work with these and work through meditations, and she actually suggests using a workbook, which I'm all about, Awaken the Secrets Within. Daily exercises and worksheets to find these unconscious thoughts and feelings. This I really recommend doing the 3-6-9. So you write down your affirmation and what you want to attract in 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times before you go to sleep. So you're doing it 18 times in a day. Sounds like a lot, but it doesn't take long unless you're writing an entire chapter right there. I mean, come on. Okay, so like attracts like. Whatever you are experiencing in life is a mirror. If you struggle or if you have struggle or discomfort, then it's showing what your unconscious thoughts and feelings are. They have to manifest, and they can be used as a tool to see what areas that you want to work on in your life. So on the 4th step, after feeling deserving and being open to receiving, then you want to be open and unlimited to how your experience may come to you. Many times it's going to come in a way you couldn't have even dreamt of. So when you've been let down so many times in your life, what you need to work on right now is building a trust within yourself that you do have control, and that you can relinquish control to Source, Spirit, and to the universe, that what you truly want is going to come to you. And whatever hurdles come through as it's on its way to you are so that it can get to you faster. I kind of want you to look at it that way. Let me know how this helps or how this affects you. I'll talk to you soon. All right, this is going to be a long written out message from a loved one on the other side, or from a main spirit guide. Just listen with an open heart and an open mind. So this is the first one. Second. And third. Let's do this. So check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind the actions you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? I've seen both ends of that one. I got you. So you may be drawn to a certain path because you think it'll bring a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of the motives that drive you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction of your soul, that your soul calls you toward joy, discovery, growth, adventure, participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it? If you can step forward and surrender to whatever Spirit has in store for you, you'll be amazed how things turn out. Check your motives and then hand them over to Spirit. Everybody over here just wants what's best for you. So we're sending waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it's taken you to reach some of your goals, and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest that you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you, seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself and not arriving at a particular destination. Do you feel like you need to do all the work and fix everything for everybody, or you may have no value? Maybe you think that you need to control everything or nothing will get done. Be healed, be complete, etc. You may think that you need to conform to what others expect of you or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome, but we don't think that'd be a good choice. So how about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set a boundary. Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your needs to be met. And then when faced with an impossible situation or sticky, enmeshed relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it. I can't control it. It's not my job to cure it. And then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work out beautifully and honestly in the end. So I feel like this is a time to get quiet, not really take a physical action. See what is driving your spirit forward. Very interesting. Okay, so what I see here, I'm looking at two separate decks, and one of them was in the Daily Tarot Oracle for June 13th, 2022. This is what I'm looking at from here. This is what I see also. And this, again, was in the Daily Tarot Oracle. So what I want to talk about with these is seeing how you have been holding yourself back, either through relationships or feeling like you have to have some sort of a last word with people in your life. It tends to keep around toxic people that really don't need to stay around you. So why is it that you want to hang on to similar vibrational energies, or the same people or the same type of people? You get what I'm saying? I feel like part of you is looking to be vindicated when honestly forgiveness is kind of the path that needs to happen here. And it's not condoning anyone or anything's behavior, not even in the slightest. I'm looking at toxic past lovers, family members, friendships. I'm seeing a lot of kindred spirits that are in deep need of forgiveness from you, not because, you know, it wasn't as bad as you think. It's because you're holding yourself back by making any sort of movement forward. I see that you've been going through an excruciating time recently, and it's like information keeps being fed to you, and it's not like you can physically do anything with it. I don't feel like there's a physical move that is happening with this. But this has affected a lot of the major choices in your life, and that there's someone or something who is trying to get you to work on forgiveness. Now, I feel like this might be a spirit guide who is putting you in a sense of solitude, not isolation, not loneliness, although that can be part of the journey of healing sometimes. Putting you in solitude as a place of self-reflection and to forgive. Now, what I'm seeing with this is being in those quiet times with solitude, it could be one of the most agonizing times ever, because you're not sitting there with anything other than your thoughts. You can try and disassociate with social media, television, food, whatever, but I don't really see that that's even possible right now. So you even might be highly agitated as of recent. And I want you to know you do come out on top, but it's not a point of necessarily stomping on other people or having some sort of a public, backlash in anybody. Now, some people absolutely, deserve whatever. Anyway, what I'm seeing in this is it's not that. Your victory is realizing that this part of your life has been closed off, and that this has been creating an excruciating pain for yourself. I do see that you will be moving on from a lot of people that you had held on to through pain that you had either cared about or even loved. And it seems like this is a bittersweet and sorrowful pain of you moving on, but I do feel like there is a guide around you who is taking the sting out of the pain. You can't hold your life back anymore from moving forward. And I think that that's where the victory is for you, realizing that you can't stop moving forward and moving on with your life, and that the pain has occurred is not going to be the pain that is happening again with you. You will be taking control of your life, and I don't see that you have to do, I don't see that this is something that is going to take a physical action for you. It's more of like a mental action, which is going to change the physical in your life little by little. There's a new partner that's coming in, so you may have been feeling like there's been something new around you that you can't quite put your finger on. Something feels different about the environment. I want you to start journaling about it if you can. It could be something as simple as a sentence, or you can write an entire book. But I do feel like there's a very strong energy that is kind of making you tired, making you sit with yourself. But if you're in a bad place mentally, and this reading is still making sense to you, but you know that you're in a bad place mentally, I really, really, really want you to use your resources and call and get some form of help. I'm a big mental health advocate. I want you to, if you need it, get any sort of counseling. So look into what your resources are. Reach out to somebody if you know that you're in a bad spot. Forgiveness will happen, and you will be able to move on with your life. And in fact, it might even happen faster than you realize. But make sure that you are taking care of yourself in this. And you have to acknowledge that the pain of the past did happen. Don't let that be the elephant in the room. So we got the wedding card, but it's not about a wedding. It's not even about relationships, romantic ones at least. It's about a commitment. The commitment is stemming from yourself, and you want more from life. You demand more from life. You have to be that more about life. There's been a lot that has been keeping you stuck, and I see that Spirit has been basically screaming in front of your face about this one. You need to find a new purpose for yourself. You have many purposes in life, but something has been taking your direct focus, and it needs to be kind of let go of, either gradually or through the assistance of somebody else. You need to start asking for help from source, spirit, from peers, family. Use your resources on that. But there's a lot of your past that is tainting the current now, and you need to start asserting yourself and the changes that you want to make in your life. Now, asserting yourself is asserting yourself with yourself. You have to be a little bit more tough love on yourself in order to move forward on this. I'm not negating any of the crap that you could have gone through. I'm not marginalizing any of it. This is not even about that. This is definitely not about that at all, or how anybody could perceive you. This is about realizing the pains in your life and how it has made you pretty neglectful of, I guess, getting your needs met, or having a sense of safety and security around you. And spirit wants to step in and help, but they need you to allow them to step in and help. So it might actually also be spirit being a little bit more assertive with you and getting you to a place where you have no other choice but to listen to them. So you might be having a lot of dreams about letting things go, about letting people go. For instance, I was talking to somebody incredibly near and dear to my heart here in Ohio earlier, and this person was talking about passing kidney stones in their dreams. Like they were having a dream about passing that. This is about removing those blockages in life and having to let things of the past go. Now, this is coming up as when you let those go, your life does help find a new purpose. How wild is that? What is that purpose? Well, that's going to be for you to discover. Spirit keeps guiding you that there's something more for you in this, and it wants to be able to help you discover this new element of yourself. So what is it that you do need to let go of? Ask Spirit for clarity to yourself, but you can't control the way that the message gets to you. Does this make sense? Right now we're looking at father wound healing. Not everybody has a father, so I want to go for the more authoritative caregiver in your life. This is something that you need to focus on. Now, whoever was supposed to protect you in life, whoever was supposed to guide you in that sense, whoever was supposed to get you moving in life, it seems like they had in some way dropped the ball. And I want to even extend the words, I'm sorry, I couldn't be that person that you needed me to be. No, I'm not saying this to you. This is kind of the words that they are saying this to you. So the time to move on, it's time that you focus on your heart and healing. You may have been hardening your heart over the years, and this may have been something where a very extreme tough exterior, stoic, beyond stoic, stone face. You are this beautifully deep feeling person, and I know that your heart wants to go through this softening phase and let people see how soft and how caring you actually are. People don't take it as any of that when you're it seems like lashing out. So let yourself receive this guidance that is coming into your life, and let yourself feel protected. I think for the first time in a long time, this is divine intervention that is at play right here. I do feel like there's a lot of internal guidance that's actually keeping you out of a bad place, that is keeping you away from danger, or that this actually might be a very serendipitous event where you should have been. It's like you avoid some sort of a incident. But anyway, whatever the case is going on, know that you are finding out what it feels like to be authentically protected and guided in your life. This could be through spirit, but it could also be through somebody who you kind of place in the surrogate authority figure role. So pay attention to the people who are coming into your life or who are revealing themselves as guides, and understand that they have only your best intentions at heart, and that it's not because they think that you are incapable, it's because they see how strong you have had to have been throughout the years, and you don't have to carry that cross anymore. So let yourself receive that loving guidance and protection. This is going to start changing your makeup and the way that you view the world around you. You're worthy of protection. You're worthy to know that people love and care about you, that they're on your side, and that they want what's best for you too. So you also get to show people what it is that you have in mind. this is also where it mirrors back to you, so pay attention. Time for extreme self-discipline and a sense of control. There is an ascension that's going on in your life, and you are going through a new start. So it's time to rein everything in. It is not a time to procrastinate, not a time to slack. It's not a time to sleep in. It's not a time to do any of that. Divine Masculine is waking up inside of you, and it seems like there's something in your life that you aren't being heard in, that you need to move on from. It's going to keep falling on deaf ears. The Ace of Pentacles is you plugging into something that is actually going to listen to you and having your breakthroughs there. And once you have established what seems to be not a sense of dominance, but a sense of discipline and breakthrough in your life, and you've created a place of security for yourself, that's where the healing can actually happen with you. And it seems like the masculine is initially taking over, but it gives way so that the feminine can start to take care of it. You are creating a safe environment for yourself, and you have to be not hardened, but self-contained, self-controlled in creating this environment. And once you're in it, and once you establish what you are going to start bringing in, and you create an atmosphere of consistency for yourself, then what I see here is an absolute new start where everything seems to be in perfect working order. And then you can let your hair down and start to really do the emotional healing in this. I don't feel like you've been in a emotionally safe environment. This is you creating that safe environment. And I do feel like this is going to be just like a solo trip for you on this, but there might be outside guidance through people or through spirit. So pay attention. And also this is a highly introspective time. There's a lot of heightened emotions that are around this, so it's important to get quiet and do a deep reflection of yourself. It's going to be ugly, but it ultimately sets you free from whatever the anguish was. I hope that this made sense, and good luck with this. It's going to be a wild ride.